What's up, man? We back. We back live again. Audie
Howdy,
Man,
everybody.
Modern Retro Radio House. We're discussing today public safety is a farce. We're gonna get into that. But before we get into that, we're gonna give it a little bit of time to see. I know it's late, but I want to see if a couple of more people join the live. Since we don't really have.
I don't normally drink coffee at 3 in the morning, but obviously I need to right now.
I got myself a cup of coffee, bro. I'm ready. I'm ready tonight to expose. Expose. All right. So, you know what I found?
Do you want people to join the discussion if I drop the link?
Oh yeah, drop the link if somebody wants to hop in. Drop
Okay.
the link if somebody wants to join our live and have a discussion on our topic. Feel free to join. If you're just tuning in, hit that like button. It helps the algorithm. I know it's just a few of us, but every like counts. What's up, Commander Alpha Turkey? Where you from? Where you from, man? Salute. We dropping the link. We exposing government officials. Just how you guys like it. So, the last video that I uploaded, I know I showed it a couple of times already. I'm gonna show it one last time for you guys. One last time for you guys. And
Commander Alpha Turkey is a female.
oh, okay.
Correct.
Cool. Sorry for that. I didn't mean to offend anyone. Let's see. Okay.
How about Alpha Hen, Commander? That would make it easier. Commander Alpha Hen. Just a suggestion.
It's okay. It's all right. All right. So I just want to say that I tried to go to this council meeting. The mayor told the new chief to kick me out because Jerry, who is one of the employees there, has a protection order on me, which is stupid. The reason why, once you find out, but if you see my other lives, you know the reason behind it. The chief tried to take me out of the place, which I left. But as I was reviewing, what's up, Garcia? R. Garcia, how's it going? As I was reviewing the footage, while I was making a short video, which is actually the recent short video that I just posted, I noticed that when he was telling me to leave, at one point, as I'm recording with my camera, he has his hand on his taser. He had his hand on his taser as if he was going to tase me while I was recording him. What do you think about that? He was itching to tase me.
And you think that the reason he did not do it was because he realized that Ruben was there with you and defending him or whatever?
No. Ruben distracted him, which gave me enough time to keep a safe distance. So even if he deployed his taser, I was a good amount of distance away to not get hit.
You said very early on, I'm leaving. So there would have been absolutely no need. You said,
Exactly.
I'm leaving.
Exactly. So if I said it from the very beginning when he told me, and I'm leaving, why is that motherfucker putting his hand on his taser?
Because he's a cop and he's an asshole. And that's what they do.
Yeah. R. Garcia, did you see the video that I'm talking about? Did you? All right, so guys in the chat, people in the chat, have you guys seen my newest and latest video that I just posted a couple of days ago? Hit a 1 in the chat if you have. Hit a 2 if you haven't. I'm just curious to know.
Yeah. R. Garcia said he was ready to hit you and go hands on. He said, like God. I said, watch your back. And, of course, that's what I've been telling you privately. You need to be 2 steps ahead of these people at all times.
I always
you
am.
go, because they're clearly are targeting you.
Of course. Of course. All right. So, oh man, I'm assuming Art Garcia saw the video because he said he was ready to hit you with it and go hands on. Like I said,
Commander Alpha Turkey did not see it.
No, and I'm glad for the engagement. Yes, sir. How was he already? Wait, let me see. Yes, sir. How was he already having it out without any signs of being loud or crazy or anything? Because he was coached by the mayor. That's why. And we're gonna play the video right now, Commander Alpha Turkey. We're gonna play it right now for you guys. All right. Give me a moment.
Yep.
Let me take a little sip of my coffee.
Cops initiate, they escalate, and they violate.
That is true. That is true. Okay. We're going to get the video ready for you guys. We're going to share it right now. Pulling it up. Okay. Let's get to it. Bear with me, folks. I'm searching for the video. All right. I got it now. Now all I got to do is hit the button. All right. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Everybody see it? If you guys see it, hit that one. If you guys see it, we're going to play it. All right. You see it, so I'm pretty sure everybody else sees it.
What's up?
Outside.
For what?
Because you can't be in here, but
Says who?
because you have the
Whoa,
restraining.
why are you so close to me? Can you back up?
Restraining order.
Can you back up, please?
No, you have the restraining order. You have to go.
Who has a restraining order?
Jerry, he's here.
Where is he? I don't see him.
Look, Jerry was not there. He was not there. Look. Let's see.
Yep. Jerry is the former temporary deputy city clerk who got a PO on auditing Mapton. He resigned, but he just recently got rehired, and we feel that it was for this very purpose, to keep auditing Mapton out of city council meetings.
And look at the mayor's bitch ass looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is the lawyer who he's leaving soon to he's going to be leaving to become a prosecutor, I believe.
Oh, great. Yeah. Okay. If you're a prosecutor, you're a jerk.
Yeah. So he's leaving to become a prosecutor. This is the mayor. This is a council member, and all these are the council members. And Jerry is nowhere here in this building, at least where I can see, right? And the only way that protection order can be in effect is if there is some sort of a contact. That's when it can be enforced. If I can't see him, he's not there, he's not in the room, he's not next to me, it can't be enforced. Right? So I'm pretty sure the mayor was behind that.
I see him.
You gotta go.
He has a restraining order too. Ruben, can you say something? This is a public forum. Ruben, can you come with me? Ruben, can you come with me? He took me here. Why are you so close to me? What's your name and badge number? I'm leaving, but what's your name and badge number?
You see how he just ignores me? Why is he acting? Yo, I just asked his name and badge number. Why is he ignoring me? The fuck?
Because he's a human canine who's followed the orders of his master, which is the mayor.
He forgot that he took an oath to the Constitution. He's following the mayor's oath is what he's doing, not the Constitution.
Make sure you pause it when he puts his hand on the table.
You got fired from Granger. You know that, right?
Yep, I do.
He got fired from a previous police department, and now he works at Mapton. And look at how smug his face is with that stupid smirk that I just want to smack the glasses off his face because he's such an idiot. He thinks that everything is all good. No, it's not. Everybody knows you got fired from Granger PD and that you are a reject. And you were unemployed for 1 year, and he could not find a job anywhere. Only Mapton. Why you think? Because Mapton, while the current mayor is in power and in this position, Mapton is just a big ass shithole. That's what the mayor has led the town to become.
The Medeles. So the Medeles, you fired him. Why you did
right there? When I told them you fired him, the other guy that they hired, he was shocked.
that? I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Okay. He's got the right to be here.
All right, I'm leaving.
No, hold on.
Hold on.
You know what?
He's-
You know what? Can you pause it? What the fact he was clearly trying to initiate something. Why did he have to follow you out if you were walking out on your own?
Yeah,
Why
that's
couldn't he
what I'm
just
saying.
kept his little short dwarf gnome ass inside
Bro.
since you left?
Yeah, if he said I had to leave, right? Okay, I'm going out the door.
you
Why is he
left.
following me out the door? How long was he planning on following me for?
He didn't even have to walk out with you. You could have just walked out.
Yeah,
could have
I know.
put
He
his
was
ass in there.
Yeah,
he was trying to provoke a
accosting
physical
me.
confrontation.
He was accosting me, is what he was doing.
He was trying to provoke a situation. This is what so many cops do. That's why we named this live stream "Public Safety is a Farce." No, it's not about public safety.
It's definitely not.
Got to back up right
Why?
now. Because if you don't,
Wait,
you're
what's
gonna
gonna
get
happen? Don't
trouble.
threaten me, dude.
I'm
Don't
not
fucking
threatening
threaten
him.
me.
I'm not threatening him.
Don't fucking.
You see, I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you. And then he's walking even closer into his personal space.
This is not keeping the peace at all.
This is disturbing the peace. This is disorderly conduct, is what
This
this
is a cop escalating something that completely without a need for it.
Is there who's committing a crime here? Who's being a criminal here? Who is causing chaos and havoc here? Not us.
If somebody not wearing a badge did the exact same thing, that person would be considered an aggressor in an assault.
If this guy was not a cop, he would not be doing this. And I'm telling you right now, if he was trying this shit, believe me, he will not get me outside.
Well, that goes for pretty much all cops. Without their badge, their gun, and their backup, and their presumed authority, they wouldn't do this stuff. That's why they become cops, because it gives an opportunity to bully and dominate the public. It makes them feel powerful, because that's how morally bankrupt they are.
This guy's just a bitch, is what he is.
He's a morally bankrupt bully.
Either. You tell me what? You tell me what? You ain't telling me shit.
Get away from me, man.
I don't have to leave.
You didn't like that when he said you ain't telling me shit, right? So at that point, because since I saw he was following me and getting real close to me, that's when I decided to get out the way, right? Boom, and I got out of his line of sight.
I don't have to leave.
You gotta
Get away from
He's looking at me. Put his hand on the taser.
Yeah.
Look at this. So he doesn't have his hand on the taser yet, right? But when he sees that I moved out of the way, at that point, he put his hand on his taser. You know why? Because at that point, I created distance.
You know what? How do we know? How do we know he hasn't been initiated in this gang that's in that city? He certainly fits the profile.
Definitely does. Look at him putting his hand on his taser with his stupid little finger.
Like a bitch.
Get away.
Like a little bitch.
Look, like a little bitch. Look at that with his hand on the taser, like a little bitch. Why you got your hand on
No need for that whatsoever. No need for it. You're not a threat to anybody. He just doesn't like you, and the mayor doesn't like you, and he's being a goon for the Mampton mayor. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You are no threat to anyone. He's the threat to public safety.
I'm pretty sure his wife pegs him with that haircut.
From me.
Yes, and do we want to reveal what you learned about? Speaking of hair, do you want to reveal later?
Oh, speaking of hair, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of hair, I have inside sources, right? And I have many sources from many different places and locations. But one of my sources have told me that he just graduated barber school a couple months ago, fairly recently. He became a certified barber. And man, if this guy is cutting his hair, I think whoever taught him to cut hair needs to revoke that license that he has to cut hair, because man, it's not doing him no justice. And I'm going to be posting a thumbnail with him and his master once this live is over, so you guys could check it out. It's pretty funny.
Arrest me for
Look at his hand on the taser. He still got his hand on the
still
taser.
got his hand on the taser.
What
He
do you
is
think
just
about
hoping and praying that he has an opportunity.
Bro, why do
assault.
you have, bro? I have my hands up, both of my hands up, recording this dude, and he has his hand on his taser like a little wimpy kid.
Yep.
Look at this little wimpy nerd, this four-eyed freak. He's a four-eyed freak. I'm pretty sure they used to give him wedgies when he was in school and used to give him swirlies.
From a public forum? Ruben's my ride.
See, he's
Ruben's
still
my ride.
approaching your
Ruben.
space.
Yeah,
Even
you
though you're
see that?
leaving,
Yo, he wants to arrest
still-
him. Look at this. Look at this. Why is he getting so close if we're just talking?
Ruben's
What you know why he's getting close? Because he wants an interaction. He wants a confrontation.
Yes.
And I'm
that's
telling
very
you right
obvious.
now, if he was doing this shit like in civilian clothes, bro, believe me, I would have whipped his ass. I would have whipped his ass. If you try that shit in civilian clothes.
But
as a
he
civilian.
wouldn't
No
try that
gun
civilian
and no
clothes.
weapons. Hand-to-hand combat. Let's see who's the tough
See,
guy.
He is the aggressor. You're not in the building. You're walking towards your the vehicle. Why is he still getting all up in your space? Because he's trying to provoke something.
my ride.
Look, getting close. And look at him like with his mouth, like biting his mouth. Like, bro, this guy's trying to get close to me.
Yep.
He's trying to invade my personal space. But as every time he's taking a step forward, I'm taking a step back. So every time he's keep moving forward, I'm keeping moving back because I'm trying to create distance. Guys, if you're ever out here and you're ever recording the cops, always keep at least 6 feet distance. I would say at least 10. If you could go back even further, that's even better. Because these guys, they like to freaking start shit. They're hoping for you to pop off to do something so that way they can lock you up when they don't like you.
Well,
Ruben's my ride. Ruben.
All right, as one of your subscribers, Chris.
Yeah.
It appears to me that when he was hired by this corrupt mayor, one of the main objectives of her was to get him to hem you up any way possible.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they spoke about this. And you know what that's called? That's called conspiracy.
That's called conspiracy, and it's a fucking crime.
You could do time for that. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future, near future, this mayor winds up behind bars for some reason.
Yeah. Or someone in her family. Yeah.
Or someone in her family.
Ruben,
But
take me
you
home,
know,
Ruben.
but
Ruben, take me home. Ruben, take me home, Ruben.
Up.
But it won't be this guy arresting him. It won't be this guy.
Ruben, take me home because I gotta go.
You see, look at him. He's frustrated. You know why? Because he knows that every time he's moving forward, I'm moving back. He's not locked, bro. I'm telling you right now, he was not gonna lock me up that night, bro. He was gonna have to call backup because that shit is not happening, bro. It's not. I was getting out of there. Why the fuck is he following me?
He should have never followed you out of the building. You walked out of the building on your own.
Do you
He
see
never
Jerry
told you
here
to
somewhere?
never
He
follow
didn't even give me time to walk out of the building, bro.
Yep.
He was hovering over me the entire time.
Yep.
Bro, I don't want nobody in my personal business. I'm telling him I'm like, yo, why are you so close? Can you back up, please? Oh, you gotta go. You gotta go. Like acting as if no one can fucking hear him. Everybody can hear him. It's a small fucking place. As big as like my fucking living room. It's fucking small in there. Everyone can hear a pin drop in there. And he's pretending like, hey, you have a protection order. You can't be here. But everybody hears what he's saying. So stop it with the class act. Stop it.
Yeah.
To my kids and stuff with my family. Look, he wants to arrest me because Rachel told them. I don't even see Ruben here. I don't even see Jerry here anywhere, and I'm leaving. And he's my ride. He's my ride. Ruben, come and take me.
He's got the right to be here because it's a public forum.
What is the reason for the restraining order?
No, they asked what
He's
is
my
the
ride.
reason for the restraining order. That is a very good question.
Yeah.
Jerry got a restraining order because I exposed him for saying that he wanted to bend me over and you know the rest. That's why. because I exposed him. I put a shirt on him that says "I love men." If you go to my videos, you'll see it. It says a shirt "I love men" because he does. And he got upset. He started crying.
Not literally.
Well, I'm sure he did cry a little bit in his house, at nighttime because I exposed him. But it's okay. That's normal. That usually happens. It's a part of the healing process after auditing maps and exposes you, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Crying is the body's way of telling yourself that you're healing.
Now, is Jerry Villa still a temp, or is he actually hired by the city of Mapton now?
I believe the mayor hired him directly.
Because he was a temp before.
Yeah, he was a temp. I remember when I was asking for his position. Yeah. I'm like, he's like, I'm a temp. I was like, all right, but like, what's your position? A temp. Are you familiar with a temp? I was like, well, I know what a temp position is, but what's your position, you fucking idiot? Do you indeed have a PO? Is that even legal? Yeah, it's legal, but it's unconstitutional. Oh, damn. All right.
He's asking you for why are you asking me?
I came here with him.
You see that? Look at him. Look at him. He's flustered.
All right. I'm asking if you're gonna take him home. I might.
I came here with him.
Why does he keep stepping closer, bro?
But can you
because he's following
his
right?
Because the mayor
doesn't. Why does he keep walking towards me? I don't want to be next to him.
He's trying to make his master happy, which is the mayor. He's following her order, and since he didn't succeed, she probably didn't give him any doggy treats that night.
Yeah. She probably made him sit in the corner when they went back to the office. Look at the wall. Face the wall.
He's doing everything in his power to escalate.
If he wasn't here, just like how you got fired from Granger and Medella's got fired, and you fired Medella's also, right? You fired him, and now you hired him.
He got embarrassed when I said that because he saw when I said that he looked to the side. Look, look, watch.
Medella's got fired.
Look, so he's just nodding his yes to yes me, but he doesn't know what I'm about to spit out.
And you fired Medella's also.
Boom! He looked to the side. You saw that?
Yeah.
Right? You fired him, and now you hired him again, right? Right? Yeah, you're a piece of shit, is what you are. Yeah, exactly.
You saw you like laugh. He didn't like that. You noticed that, right?
Yep.
You're a piece of shit. He did that little giggle.
Lady constitutional rights. Exactly what I.
This video is a perfect example of why you have to always record the police.
FTP, always film the police.
Always. If you didn't have your camera, Chris, I really think that night would have gone differently for you.
Bro, if I didn't have my camera, he would have locked me up.
He would have lied on that police report. He would have said he became a combative and aggressive. And he would have lied to his fucking teeth, with that Mo Howard haircut of his.
You know what? I'm going to call the dispatch right now because this video is pretty much done. I'm gonna stop this video. If you guys want to see it, it's on my channel. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna place a phone call to the Yakima dispatch.
Isn't it after hours for them, or is that 24/7?
24 hours. 24 hours. So we're gonna do that right now.
Uh-oh.
Stand by, folks. Yeah, you was gonna say something?
Why are you calling dispatch?
I'm going to see if this guy. All right, real quick. I have been trying to get a hold of the chief to investigate what happened. Who the situation with my car that it caught fire. So I've been trying to get in contact with him. I've placed a 911 call. I've called dispatch directly, and he only one time. This was in December. And I've been trying to get a hold of him ever since, and I can't get a hold of him. And we're going to see what's going on. We're going to find out, right?
This would involve him investigating his boss's relatives.
Correct, which is why he doesn't want to take.
Why they don't want to do it.
Exactly. There you go. So I'm calling. He's probably off of work, but we're gonna find out.
Yakima County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911 for address and office hours.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Sheriff's office.
Hi, I'm calling to see if there is a map. If Mapton PD is, if they're on duty today.
No, they're not.
Oh, okay. Do you know? Because I saw. So I don't know if it was the chief or the sergeant, but I saw this someone in the police vehicle earlier today. Do you know if that was the chief?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Did he have any calls today?
He went off duty just about 11 o'clock, so we.
But did he? Yeah.
We had a few calls.
Okay.
We had quite a few calls today.
Quite okay. And then the reason why I ask is because I've called a couple of days ago regarding an incident, and he never showed up. And I've seen him on duty afterwards, and he's never followed up. He's never called me. Nothing. And I would like to know why. Why isn't the chief of Mapton responding to calls for for service?
Okay, let me go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and send him an email.
Can you CC me on that email, please?
No, I'm going to just send it to him. And then I'm going to tell him that he needs to follow up with you, and then I can follow up with him. If he's on duty tomorrow, I can follow up with him as well. I'll be here tomorrow.
Okay, question is, I want to know why he has not responded from Tuesday till now, Friday.
Okay. Is this Chris?
Yeah, it's me. Is this number 6?
Yes.
All right.
And the phone number right here on the caller ID?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put in here. Yeah, like any case numbers or anything he's supposed to follow up with you?
Well, it's regarding when my car was set on fire and when it exploded. I have a couple of leads, and he hasn't reached out to me. I'm assuming because the mayor is affiliated with what happened with my vehicle. The mayor's his boss, so that's why he hasn't reached out to me. But he's gonna make up some excuse as to why he hasn't. But I want to know what his excuse is. December was the latest, the most recent, because it happened twice, but the most recent was in December. Yes, the most recent. Yeah, that was the December 13th. Yes, and I would like to know where he's at in this process. I'm sure he has not even started an investigation, and I would like to know why. Yeah.
But if he is, I'll just shoot him a message, or I'll call him and I'll tell him that, if he can follow up with the email that I sent.
Yeah. And then there was another thing. Okay, so Yakima Jordan, Deputy Jordan, he responded on December 12th, and he never came out of his vehicle. I was looking forward to talking with Mr. Jordan, and he kept driving. He saw me recording with a camera and never stopped and kept driving away, and he cleared himself. I'm sure that's not a part of his policies. to just clear himself without getting out of his vehicle.
Would that have been for the same?
Yes.
Same call?
Jordan responded, and he was right in front of me talking to Officer Perry from Sunnyside, and I got it on camera. I was literally like 6 feet away from the vehicle. And I was calling out for Jordan. I was like, hey, hey, hey. And he kept driving away. Very unprofessional behavior. Can you please write this down?
Yeah, I'm pulling that back.
Okay. Yes. And then my question to you was going to be, since Jordan was the one that responded, where is he at? Is he investigating this, or what did he do? Did he just cleared himself and forgot about this, that this ever happened? I want to know what's going on.
What I can tell you about Deputy Allen is that he did do up his report, and then he sent it over to the chief, and the chief is the chief's investigation because it's the city of Hampton.
Okay, and is there any way to find out what has the chief done? I don't want to know what the chief is going to do after me and you get off the phone. I want to know what has the chief done before this conversation that you and you are having. What has he done between the time that he received that call and the time that I called him to make this report, whatever it is, whatever date that is that he submitted the police report? I need to know where or what has he done to initiate this investigation, or where he's at in this investigation, because this is a very big thing. My house almost caught fire, and we need to catch the people that did this to me.
So I can't answer that because I'm not the chief.
I'm not asking you. I'm telling you to include this in the email. And I'm going to public records request this email.
Okay.
Yeah. Just giving you a heads up.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Let me see. I just want to make sure I cover all bases. Okay, so would there be do you have that you know what? It's okay. Just let me get in contact with the chief as soon as possible.
Okay.
You know.
Like I said, I'll be here tomorrow, so I'll
Yes.
follow up with him if he gets there.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Thank you.
No
Okay.
problem. Bye-bye.
Take care, bye. Yeah, that was that. What you think?
Wow. I was surprised that they answered and answered your questions and
she was actually a lot professional. I've had confrontation. I've had a lot of confrontation with that dispatcher in particular. I'm guessing they spoke to her because she's treating me a lot better now. So that's good.
Well,
that's a good positive change, huh?
Yeah.
I just hope she's treating everybody like that. If she is, that's good for her.
Yep.
All right. There's this one last thing I want to cover before we log off, and it's the council meeting. The council meeting.
Yeah. This week's the one that he was kicked out of.
Yeah, but this is the full meeting, but I'm going to only fast forward to the juicy parts, because there's a lot of boring parts. We don't want the boring parts. We want the juicy parts. All right. Let me see. Oh, we need to go to. Let me see. That's in council meeting. Guys, this is the Map 10 YouTube. If you guys are not subscribed to them, subscribe so you guys can keep up with the council meetings if you guys are interested. Can you see?
Hold
on.
Yeah.
Now.
Yes.
Awesome. All right, we're going to play it now. Ready?
Yep.
tentative city council meeting for Tuesday, November 12th, 2024. Started at 6:52 p.m.
Oops, this is the wrong. Sorry. I think this is a different one because I see Sullivan there. This is after Sullivan. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. 5. All right, here it is. Can you see it?
Yes, I see it.
Take the abuse.
Oh, man. I don't know what happened. Got out of the. All right. I'm trying to find the good parts. Give me a second.
Well, you're going to see the city council all become verbally unglued, and you're also going to see the mayor's choice for treasurer not fortunately was not approved. So that would have, if she had been approved, that would have been another corrupt criminal who part of the mayor's nepotism hiring policy.
Okay, so let me take this out. All right. So this is in the beginning. This is when I walked in. So I already walked in. I'm inside. I'm sitting down. Look, this is me right here sitting down. You see me right here? You see the mouse?
Yeah.
This is me. That's me. And this is Ruben right behind me. At the moment I walked in, you can see the mayor called him over right away, right? This is another angle. Look at this. She's telling him to kick me out. I'm sitting down right here. Look, she already told him Jerry's not here. And he's like, okay, you sure? And look, he's going towards me, little puppy. Look.
That's why I call cops human canines. They'll obey any unlawful order.
Look at that. Telling me I gotta go. And look at how close he gets to me. Look, he's standing next to me and then he gets even closer. Watch.
Oh, the mayor didn't just want you out of the meeting. She wanted you arrested and assaulted.
Yeah, look at how he's getting close. Look, and I'm telling him to back up. Look at that. Look at that. Look at him. Doesn't he look like a little aggressive? Pointing with his finger. Like, bro, I know where the door is at. You don't need to point. That's rude.
Why are you so close? What's your name and badge number? I'm leaving, but what's your name?
Is the volume all the way up?
You got fired from the Ranger. You know that, right? That's something.
See that?
Okay, we're gonna go ahead.
And look, Emily Goodell's in the back. And like she's just chilling. Why didn't she go out right away? Look, she's just here. Like nothing just happened.
Is the volume all the way up?
Yeah, it's all the way up. It's just low here because I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's low. They do that on purpose. They have their microphones low on purpose so you can't hear.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yep.
That's why you can't really hear them too well. It's done on purpose.
Old business, there is none. 3, new business, discussion of the climate element and periodic update.
Things are.
We're gonna fast forward. This. We're gonna go to Ruben. Look, and a few minutes have passed. Then Emily's about to go out because she's like, "What's going on?" But then they start coming inside, right? The meeting already started.
Is the reporter for Apple Valley TV News.
Yes, Emily is the reporter for Apple Valley TV News. This lady right here, she's the head founder of Ella, the women's organization for rights, and this is her partner here.
Who is also advocating that the mayor resign.
Yes.
So we create the documents we can sign. 28 people. The growth management survey, that's as many for each individual.
I got it. Any
Which
questions?
one I give you?
Any
Which
questions?
one I give you?
My understanding is that you guys had kind of things that are like 5 times more expensive, right? The most city staff to be able to.
Damn.
Amazing.
Okay, you know what?
So
This is just a study session. I don't think there's gonna be anything on here. But just so you saw, like nothing really happened after I got kicked out.
Yeah.
Right. So that was that. This is the part that this is the video I really want to show you guys. All right.
Vote on the, so nobody wants to make that motion, so we can just. Okay. Second by Vera, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. I can get a motion on the consent agenda, A through D.
So the mics aren't working.
So do we just adjourn the meeting when this happens, Mike? Well, we are going on the consent agenda now, so I need a motion for that.
Oh.
So nobody wants to make that motion, so we can just. Okay. Okay. Is there just comments?
All right, the comments.
Okay. So 5, is there just comments?
She's not even looking at him, is she?
No, she's starting to write down.
Wow.
Fidget with papers.
2 people that are on executive leave. Waiting,
No respect.
and in the process of hiring another one to be a clerk and paying out more money. That to me doesn't make no sense at all. I don't know if you guys get off on doing this kind of stuff and just blowing money left and right. I don't understand it. You guys got to speak up. Somebody's got to say something about this. Somebody's got to put a stop to this, because this is getting way out of hand. I've said this before, I'll say it again, and I'll say it again if I have to. This is way out of hand. There's no transparency. There's nothing. There's lack of communication between office personnel and city council members. When city council members should be aware of everything that goes on, especially.
Hey, Commander Auto Alpha Turkey is backstage.
You guys are the ones that have.
Okay. Hold on. We're gonna get him.
Uncover your camera first, so we
Hey,
can
what
see
up,
her.
guys? Hi, how are you guys doing?
Right. We go. Hey, we're good. How's everything tonight? How's it? What you think about the live so far?
You know, it's like it's a small town, right? How big is that town?
Very small.
According to the census, about 2,500, more or less.
Oh yeah, that's really small. So would you say like most people are opposed to this mayor than for her?
I would say so. According to most people that I've spoken with, yes.
She's being recalled right now.
She's being recalled, so that's what's going on at the moment. It's pending.
Oh, okay. Because how much time does she have left?
To be recalled. Well, according
well, not to be recalled, but like her like term to finish.
Oh, okay. So I believe her term is supposed to end at the end of this year, at the end of 2025, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So is it worth doing the recall, you think?
I mean,
because they usually say it costs money and it takes time.
It's already happening. So
money is one of the reasons that she's been recalled, because so much is accounted for and missing and misappropriated. So if they give her to the end of the year, that city would be totally bankrupt.
Like she'll drain it.
Right.
But where's the money going? Is it that it's not being disclosed? Like nobody knows where the money's going?
Nobody knows. They have a budget now that they just recently came out with, but the budget isn't even 100% accurate. And right now, the mayor was trying to hire a new employee, which is a treasurer, and that's a very big position that requires a lot of education, experience,
and they have financial oversight, right?
And let me guess, it's a family member. or like somebody related to like a family member.
Something like that. So this is the person that she's hiring. It could well be a family member or a friend, but it's definitely somebody close to her. The reason why I say that is because back in November there was a gang member. I don't know if you ever seen any of my videos.
I've seen some.
Okay, did you see the video where the gang member Slow tried to steal my phone?
No, I didn't see that one.
All right, that's in my VIP. I just put it in my VIP. My VIP is only $199 if you're interested. I'm gonna put uncensored videos that I cannot show here because then I'll get a strike. But it's there. Okay. And basically this gang member is friends with the mayor's son,
who is also allegedly a gang member.
Yes.
Okay.
And the mayor has a few sons. There's two that I have in mind that are affiliated with this gang. And
yeah, and she needs to see the video where his car is literally engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
So how did this go down? Did it go down at a meeting or like somewhere else, like offsite?
What do you mean? The what went
like
down?
The car.
So the car thing happened while I was home. Somebody lit my car on fire.
Both times or in the wee hours of the night?
2 times right after I went to the council meeting. So
That's
the first
wild.
Time, yeah. So the first time when I went to I went to expose it, right? Literally like a few days later, boom, that's when my car got caught fire, right? And then my car was like the inside, they burned it. So whatever, like that happened. Then like a month later, she fires the last police officer that Mapton had. There was no police officers. There was a cop in Mapton that had a restraining order on me, if you've been following. So that cop no longer was there. So that was my opportunity to go to the meeting. So when I went to the meeting, I exposed her again. And if you're interested in watching that, that's in my playlist. That's free, part 1 to 4. You'll get a little bit more context. So basically, I was telling the mayor, I know you're behind my car being set on fire. And after I told her that, a couple of days later, now my entire car was up in flames and exploded, almost catching my house on fire. Where myself, I live, and my family, my kids, and yeah, that's what happened.
So allegedly, you think she's behind this, and it was
allegedly,
like,
yes, everything
it's kind of like a threat, right? And then when you brought up again, it's kind of like, oh, all right, like I'm gonna get you even harder. Allegedly.
Well, her son is allegedly a member of a gang. And the night that I can't remember if it was the first or second vandalism, but there's a street camera that was conveniently removed just before all that happened.
On the same avenue where I live.
Bro, you need to get a camera.
I have cameras
and some
in
lights
my house.
and some floodlights, but it didn't catch it.
Well, I mean, it caught a little bit of it. And I have some information. I don't want to reveal it.
Again, you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't disclose. Yeah,
I don't want to reveal it right now, but I have some information of who it potentially is. So,
that's some serious. That's serious.
It is. It really is. And I'm right now. They're not investigating it. The chief is not investigating it. Why you think? Because I think the mayor's behind it.
Because the mayor probably allegedly has him in his pocket, right? Because the mayor's the one that decides who's chief, who's police, and they get paid through the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
And this chief went a whole year without working. He was fired from his previous job, so he's exactly what she wants,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, typical. Just typical.
Mm-hmm.
And she likes to get protection orders on anybody who dares to hold her accountable. Most of them have been denied, but she will play that card in a heartbeat.
Or she muted herself.
Yeah, I always mute when I'm not talking.
Okay, cool.
She seems like a really nasty person. She's like a short little bulldog with like a resting bee face.
Oh yeah.
That's wild. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think would be the solution to that? Because like in all cities, it's that way. I'm pretty sure in all cities where
this is happening a lot more places than you may think. This is a very big problem. This is going on, I would say, in all the states here in the United States, everywhere.
Yeah, it may not be as bad, or it may not be like out in the open, right? There may be, because a lot of people don't go to these meetings, especially like in the big cities. A lot of them don't. But but my question is, like, what do you think would be a solution to where like the mayor doesn't get to decide who's chief, or like those sort of things? Do you think that that should be something that's voted in, or like what? How could it be so that they don't have so much control?
Well, does Washington have a state constitution? That would be a good place to see, what the actual law is, But you're onto something, Commander, because what is consistent all over the country that I'm seeing is that governments are literally conspiring. One of the most popular auditors right now is Tyrant Terminator Audits, who's based in Illinois.
Yeah,
and
he's cool.
He had put in a complaint on an officer months ago, and he is just trying to inquire, what is the status of my complaint? I already filed it. And then someone finally reached out to him, to the police, and they said, well, we need you to come in and give a sworn testimony and affidavit. And of course, if anything that you say is contradictory, then we could hold you on perjury or making a false report.
Okay,
so
well,
that
they're
was
just trying to
clearly
scare
a
him.
trap. That was clearly a trap. So,
but I think doesn't he have a lawyer? Doesn't he have an attorney?
He has an attorney because he was brutally assaulted by an active police chief who beat the hell out of him. But that chief was like fired immediately by the mayor. That's one of the fastest justice I've ever seen.
Because he got it on camera. That's why.
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't think he showed only like a clip of it, but I remember him sitting in like a conference room with his attorney.
Yeah, that was when they were being interviewed by a local news station, and they were walking through. Yeah, I don't think we've seen the full one. I don't want to watch it because it was a brutal assault, and what
I wonder if.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I wonder if they had body cam. Like body cams on when it happened.
You know what? I haven't even seen that footage, man. I heard of it, but I haven't even seen it.
I think a lot's going to come out eventually, but he did share some of it, but I didn't want to watch it because I knew it would have infuriated me. I took his word for it. The guy he injured the left side of TTA's face, and
no, he's legit.
Yeah,
like I believe him if he says so. But I remember, I don't think I seen any full clip. It was like a small clip that he showed.
Yeah,
like I think right before it happened.
I think but he's going to clearly be well compensated, for this. But what I like is that chief, not only has he been fired, but now I think there are 9 charges against that former chief. There are 9 charges against him.
Where are you calling from, Commander, if I may ask?
Oh, I usually keep myself very private, but I will say the West Coast.
Oh, okay. That's cool. All right. So you're in the same time zone as me.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So how did you learn about this movement? Do you know any? Well,
I've been around. I've been around the community for like, I don't know, 5 years maybe or more. And then recently I started seeing your videos. I think you're newer, right? You're like a new.
Yeah, I just started about a year ago.
Yeah. Yeah, so I try to keep up with all the stuff, but like your friend said, some of the stuff is infuriating. Like some of the stuff I can't watch because it gets to be too much.
It's It's crazy. And I have a lot more videos. Like I said, that I cannot really post publicly, but I will once I start building up a little bit more of a community in my VIP section. It's only $2, and I'm definitely going to be posting body cam footage, like the whole thing. Well,
some of the people that I talk to, like sometimes I bring this stuff up because sometimes they're not completely into this stuff and I am. Like there's certain topics that I'm into. Like the 1A community is one, like true crime is another. But a lot of times we talk about black and brown, right? And how people or some people feel oppressed or like they can't get into certain positions. But then I think about like how many people do get into positions of authority, whether it be political or in law enforcement, and then it's almost like it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm gonna do good for my people. It's almost like they comply and they it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to be black and brown and see somebody in a position like that doing everyone dirty
Well,
and being shady.
they're sellouts. They're bought by the state with amazing benefits, a pension, good salary, and that's how they get individuals to even turn on their own kind. Their own.
They basically comply and then just take advantage, and they're like basically they're in it for themselves at that point, and they're no longer looking out for.
A lot of candidates were handpicked for the primary. Most good people who do want to run, they don't win the primary.
They don't get a chance because it's too expensive.
Elections are completely rigged for all these New World Order puppets, these World Economic Forum puppets. They pretend to be of the people, but they are really state actors.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
But now Mayor Reales, she's just a criminal because the way that she even got on the ballot to be mayor in the first place is highly suspect. Because I feel like she was basically registering people for the petition on her own.
Yeah. So Matton has a big community. It's a big Spanish community. I'm assuming you're aware. I don't know if you know. It's a big Spanish community. And a lot of people here, I would say.
You guys are in New Mexico, right?
I'm in the state of Washington.
Okay. Where is she? Where is this place?
So my whole channel is based in Mabton as of right now in the state of Washington. That's where I'm at.
This is Washington this mayor is in. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in the state of
Washington. I don't know
Washington.
why I thought it was like New Mexico or Arizona, something like that.
No. I'm
because New Mexico and Arizona are just as corrupt.
Yeah, they got problems. Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy over there. Yo, I'm sure
corrupt.
if I go over there, I could get a lot of content over there. But yeah, what was I saying? I forgot.
Well, you were saying that how she got in, that she petitioned herself.
Okay. So listen to this. So Matton has a big community that doesn't speak English, doesn't know English, right? They just Spanish, which was okay. The mayor went to she targeted those individuals, those families, most of them being elderly, right? And she pretty much sold her story to them like a salesman, door to door, and voted for herself on their behalf because they didn't know how to do it. So she was helping them.
Yeah.
And manipulating.
Yeah. So
but a lot of them do.
Yeah. So, and a lot of people are not really into politics or votes so that's how she was able to get the upper hand and actually win the election because she was pretty much voting for herself using other people's names.
The Latino community, it's that way. Like I tell my husband, like my mom votes for this one dude who pretty much all he does, he sends Christmas cards every year of his family, and she just thinks it's so adorable. And a lot of times they target the seniors with, like you said, their story or like certain things where they're not really. And I don't want to talk bad about Latinos. I am a Latino, but
me too. I'm Latino too. I'm Latino.
But a lot of times they don't really know what's going on. They're not informed, and they're just going off of like their emotions, or seeing someone like them.
Yeah, that's how the mayor is. That's exactly.
But they got it.
A lot of people in this town are waking up. I mean, the recall effort is. People are very much in favor of her.
Yeah, she's gonna get recalled for sure. It's just a matter of time when it's gonna happen.
Because the local news there is covering.
The
issue with the
every week.
And all that. Yeah.
Every week.
That town is so small that everybody's got to know about it. Especially like they target the seniors because the seniors have a lot of time. They read the newspaper. I had a friend that was running for in our city, and I noticed like she used a lot of her money. It takes a lot of money, but she would have me go to like the events and things like that, and there was lobbyists there.
Yeah.
Lobbyists hitting her up, hitting us up, and basically, like you said, they're the people that are putting money into it. So then you have to appease them, and it's just like the cycle. But I remember her targeting the senior citizens. The senior citizens were that was like her big on her vote was the senior citizens.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones that do take the time to vote.
Yeah, and they're the easiest to persuade.
Yeah, because you go and do a little counsel, you buy them some food and give them little knickknacks, little promotional stuff, make them feel good, give them attention, because a lot of them are lonely.
Yes.
And this mayor will get a protection order on anybody.
She tried to get 3 protection orders on me. All of them got denied.
So who's runner-up? If she's only got the rest of this year left, or if she gets recalled, what happens then?
Well, I mean, I'm assuming there are some people. I mean, I have an idea as to who's running up. I don't want to say right now, but there is someone that wants to run. There are people that are runners up. I mean, are they qualified? I don't know. I doubt it, but at this point, anyone is better than this mayor. Anyone, because she is just complete garbage.
Yeah, as long as it's not someone worse, because I
feel
like we do get deceived. Like they promise us things and then they don't.
You know what? The best thing a person can do is to have a complete open door. Why not have a camera in the office, just documenting everything you do, every meeting, which is of public interest?
You mean every private meeting?
Why not? If I were suddenly compelled to run for mayor, even though I technically don't know all the ins and outs of municipal management, I would, of course, have my advisors, and I would say, guys, when you're in this building, just consider that the entire city is in the building with us in the office, except we're going to have cameras with microphones. So everything is documented.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like running on a live stream or like.
Well, yeah.
How?
There are a lot of city cameras that are 24/7. Why
have
not
you ever
inside of a city hall?
Have you ever seen the Mapton lives on their YouTube or no?
I haven't seen their lives. No, I've only seen the videos that you post, and then like they've said, oh, you can't put your camera there, or you're standing too close to here. I've seen those videos you posted.
Okay. Well, they're boring anyway. If you see them, I usually
you clip
edit
them
it and I post the good parts.
And Commander, you mentioned that you have friends who maybe don't appreciate this content like you do, but the biggest value for this movement is also government's worst nightmare, because this movement is educating people of their rights, and that's the last thing government wants.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't know that they can even like request records.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the public records, that's a big thing. So right now, I sued Mapton because they're idiots. They don't want to do their job, and I just settled with them, and they settled for $15,000. It's not too much, but it's a little something, and they have another thing coming for them if they're not continuing to answer my records, because I'm still asking for records and they're not sending me the records.
And that's also another problem I'm seeing all over the country. That's another issue.
Yeah, it's crazy because someone else, this guy that's talking right now in the front, he's requested public records and they give it to him. But when I request
they pick and choose, huh?
There you go. Yes, they pick and choose.
So you know what? I wonder if you get someone else to request it for you. Well, they would know, right? Because it would be pertaining to you, whatever you're requesting.
I think they will know, because the stuff that I'm requesting is stuff that nobody else is requesting.
Yeah,
and
they would know.
When they see like the request, they're gonna think it's weird. And this is why I won the settlement, because they don't want to reveal, their past. to the public, pretty much.
Yeah.
Check it out. What if you know the guy on here that does a lot of requests, and he started trying to do this thing where instead of going out to audit places, like just to do requests. I don't know if you know. I don't know if I can mention names of channels, but
Yeah, you can mention it. Who is it?
Audit Them. Audit Them started doing where he's teaching people how to request over the phone, like how to do requests, like FOIA requests.
Mm-hmm.
What if like a bunch of people did the FOIA request? They would probably trip out and be like scared, like why are all these people?
Yeah,
Because
and
any person can request it, even if you're not in that state or city.
Absolutely. Yes. And again, that's why it's so important that subscribers and people get involved, because I'm telling you, nothing shapes up a government more than hundreds or dozens of people making the same request and calling in and complaining.
Although she'd probably, with her arrogance, she probably wouldn't care. I don't know. But do you guys think allegedly that the attorney general is also somewhat because like when you go above one step above, right, to complain because you're not getting your FOIA request, you're supposed to go to the attorney general. You think that they allegedly are somewhat corrupt as well?
Government, what do I say all the time, Auditing Mapton?
All right, so the government is a system of criminals protecting other criminals. You got to let that sink in, and you need to really think about that.
It's the truth.
System that's already in place before we were born. You know, generations before we were born, for a long time, and that's just the way it is. It doesn't matter who is in it. The position is just, it's a fucked up position, because just because there are laws in place, it doesn't mean that they're constitutional or moral laws.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, do you know the origin of policing?
Well, I've been told that it was back in the day, it was for colored people, for slaves, no?
Yeah. There were, a lot of people really misconstrued Abraham Lincoln's Emancipation Proclamation is a big lie. It did not free the slaves. It empowered slave owners. So at one point we had states that were free, and then we had states that were still slave states. So when slaves would try to get out of the slave states and go to the free states, it was the slave catchers that went out of them. And that was the impetus of what we have now as police. So policing has always been inherently anti-freedom. Mm-hmm. And this is why I'm an agorist. And this is why I am very much in favor of a voluntary society, maybe community policing. That's as far as I'm willing to go with that.
Well, community police. Well, people are wild these days. People are crazy these days.
Because a lot of neighborhoods, there's this thing called the American Stasi. You know, there's a percentage of every neighborhood in the country where they literally are eyes and ears for the feds. There are
eyes and ears for the
feds. Their own
neighbors.
You know?
You mean they work for the feds, or they volunteer for the feds?
Well, they are recruited by the feds through the Department of Homeland Security and these fusion centers. The guise is that, the quote that Albert Camus says, public welfare has always been the alibi of tyrants. But so they're recruiting these people, and these people think that they are doing their civic duty, but really what they're doing is they're undermining their own freedom. They are participating in the agenda to basically undermine everybody's freedom.
Yeah, I know for a fact, personally, that the Homeland Security has people everywhere that we would not even imagine, just in regular clothes.
Yep.
Yeah.
When government is the threat to public safety, government is the domestic terrorist, not the people. It's government. And there's countless examples proving it. The FBI shouldn't even be in business. The CIA should have been dismantled a long time ago. We know for a fact that these are criminal institutions, and yet they still thrive.
Everyone covers for each other, like even like schools, public schools, you know, things that happen in public schools, they'll cover for their teachers. They'll try to hide things. They'll try to pay people off.
So, but yeah, But you asked very articulate questions, and I saw that you made a comment in the live the StreamYard that you participate in something called the Word 9%. That's a panel that you participate in.
Yeah, I mean, we basically talk about we just hit different topics like religion and men and women relationships, just self improvement type of topics, like things that make you self reflect and just think, because a lot of times we don't give ourselves time to like self reflect and really think about certain topics because we're on social media and we're a lot of social media is just kind of like brain rot.
Yeah.
Do you have a channel?
I have a channel that's not active, but one day I'll
Okay.
do something with it.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you had a channel, I would have plugged you in so that you get some subscribers.
Yeah, you can get me some. Yeah, that way I'm ready. When I'm ready, I got some people. I have like a small. I think I have a little bit over 100 people subscribed with like no content. But my thoughts on like a future channel, I'm not sure, but I don't know. I kind of want to cover like parole hearings and like prison and those type of things.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I think I found your channel here. Hang on.
That's Commander Alpha Turkey.
Yeah,
And it's a funny name. People think I'm a troll. People think I'm a dude.
All right, I just dropped a link in the chat. Hopefully that's your channel.
Okay, appreciate you.
Yeah, you have 117 subscribers, correct?
Nice, 117. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna get to the video real quick. Do you want to stay on the panel while we play this video and dissect it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna play the video to keep it rolling.
Any kind of finances. You guys are not even informed.
Can you hear or no?
It's very muffled, man. You might want to narrate what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, damn, man.
Well, can you just tell us what's going on?
Yeah, like who's speaking right now?
So right now, this gentleman right here, his name is Ruben. He's very active. If you ever see the news regarding this story, he's always on the news talking, and he's he likes to voice his concerns, especially on behalf of the town, because not that many people like to speak up. And he's pretty much telling the mayor right now, the mayor was trying to hire a woman, like we said, who has ties to a gang and is friends with the mayor, and the city doesn't have the money to hire somebody. She has 2 employees on paid leave. So he's telling the mayor, why do you have 2 employees sitting on their ass at home doing nothing, getting paid full-time salary, getting full-time benefits, and they're doing absolutely nothing? And then she's looking for another employees to fill up those 2 slots while she's still paying these other employees or friends at home.
She wants to keep them away from the city hall so that you or Apple Valley TV can't interview them, and then keeping them on salary is buying their silence.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I took that video off because I can't really hear it. The only way I could get good audio on that is if one of the people that recorded there sends me the footage. Other than that, do you have any questions regarding Mapton or anything in particular regarding?
Well, so what would be the biggest concern? I know you mentioned like the allocation of money and like transparency, but what would you say is like the main, like some of the concerns?
All right, so right now, these are the concerns, or at least these are my concerns. My concern is, where is all the money going? Where is all this money that's missing? And I'm talking about hundreds of thousands to maybe even over $1 million that's missing. And I want to know where is this money? Where it's not accounted for. So where is
100 million?
No. Anywhere from a few hundred thousands to
Okay.
over 1 million is what I'm saying.
Over 1 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is missing. Right? So I want to know, where is that money?
Everybody wants to know.
Everybody wants to know, where is that money? So that's the biggest thing right now, is that. And then after that, she's just not qualified to be a mayor. Like, she's not even qualified, I would think, to work in a restaurant, because she has no customer service skills whatsoever. And when you work with the public, doesn't matter what position you're in, you need to have great, if not outstanding, customer service skills, because
she's not a people person.
No,
she has no courtesy.
She's a textbook narcissist sociopath.
Allegedly.
And I truly believe that she is psychotic. She's a narcissist and a sociopath. They are incapable of remorse. But hey, we said something earlier. What did you learn about? You're suspect. Well, do you want to talk about what the chief was doing, collecting unemployment while possibly?
Well, I'm not sure. I need to find out.
Okay.
Everything has to be allegedly, so no one gets. There's slander.
I was a journalist for many years.
Defamation.
I was a journalist for many years. So I know the
well, this is the thing. He was unemployed for a whole entire year. He was fired as chief. This new chief that the mayor hired, he was fired from the last job.
From where? From somewhere nearby?
He was this chief that's currently working at Madison, the one that you saw in the video. Did you see my latest video, by the way?
The one with the funny haircut.
Yes. Yes. Okay, so that chief, he was fired from Granger PD here in the state of Washington. He was fired.
You know what? I think I need to take credit for everybody talking about his hair, because I'm the first one to point that. I'm just saying.
Hey, it's not hard to miss.
Well, he had this Jersey Shore, this Mikey D Jersey Shore thing first, and now he's doing like a combination Demi Moore and Mo Howard from the Three Stooges.
Oh yeah, the Three Stooges.
Oh man, that's so
the hair narrative is actually the plot may thicken with that, but Auditing Mapton is still researching that.
So I hate to go for the looks, because sometimes, like, sometimes it takes away from, like, but you know what, you can't help it. You just can't help it.
No, I don't normally do ad hominem attacks, but this is someone who is trying to, who's made 2 attempts. The first one we haven't talked about yet, but he's made 2 attempts to arrest my friend.
He's earned it. Yeah, he's earned it.
So
earning the hate. You heard that before?
So when you try to unlawfully arrest somebody, I'm going to go after your most obvious flaws. He is a little gnome, a little dwarf with Demi Moore's haircut.
With little man syndrome.
Yes.
So was he chief where he was fired from? Or what position did he have then that he was fired from?
He was chief, and he was fired as chief.
Do you know why he was fired, or is that like kept secret?
I don't know why, and he hasn't revealed why, and it's not publicized.
Well, there's an art. Well, you wrote an article on it.
Yeah, there's an article on it, but it doesn't say too much on it. It just pretty much says his side of the story.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is Granger far away? Is Granger a place that you could go to get some footage and ask some questions about this chief?
Granger is actually about 25 minutes away from me. 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So it's not too far. It's definitely doable. The only thing is, right now I'm working by myself, and things are really hot right now.
Yeah.
So
if I were in Washington, I would be there with him. He really does need to have a compadre there.
Believe me, like this is why I always tell people to subscribe. Like, if you're interested in this content, and if you happen to stumble upon my channel, this is why I always tell people subscribe and hit the notification bell. It's a reason, because there's a lot of channels out there, but you want to hit the notification bell for the channels where you're really going to learn and get the most, for your viewing. So here I believe we're pretty educated. What you think, Moderato? I think we're pretty well rounded, well versed. So
yeah,
you know, the things we say is because I've experienced it. I'm speaking from experience. And in my whole entire life, this is just me, this is just my opinions and my experience. In my whole entire life, I've never had an officer help me when I really needed him to fucking help me. Never in my whole entire life.
And over in the year that he's been doing this, 2 cops have resigned. The temporary deputy city clerk has resigned. The chick who was the city clerk, she resigned.
No. Listen, 3 cops. It was the chief, the sergeant, and the cop. The only cop. I made the whole entire police department come down in Mountain.
And this is why they don't like him.
What made you get started into all this? Was it those experiences you had, or?
I can answer that. He and his wife were minding their own business in their car, and a cop provoked the situation, and that was the beginning of it.
Yeah, because it always starts somewhere.
In front of a church. We were sitting in front of a church late at night, right? Out in the public. And he just came up to me, instead of being a nice person and be like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Just giving you guys a heads up. The owners here don't like the people sitting here late at night. So can you please not sit here because they've asked us? Whatever. He could have been nice, but no, he wanted to be authoritative and be a dick and be nasty. And it's usual cop behavior. All cops do it. So I don't really take it personal on the person. It's really the position. This is how they're trained.
No, it's 2 things. They're predatory opportunists, and it is a fact that cop applicants with high IQs are routinely automatically disqualified from police departments.
Are you serious?
And not 1, but 2 state Supreme Courts have upheld this absurd hiring policy.
But so they will deny it. They will deny it.
They can't deny it. I mean, the position that the cop said in both of those state Supreme Court hearings was that, well, if someone with a high IQ, they're going to be bored with the position and they're going to want to advance fast. That's not really what it is. They want dumb order followers.
What's one of the questions that they asked to become a border patrol? And I know this for a fact because I know a friend, which I'm no longer friends with because of this. He became a border patrol agent, right? And I used to work with him when I used to be a EMT working in the 911 system. He became border patrol, and I asked him how was the hiring process and the interview, right? And what kind of questions did they ask you in the interview, if you remember any? And he said the one that stood out to him was, would you hesitate to kill someone if you needed to?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That's a fact. Yeah, they do. And they disqualify you if you hesitate for 1 bit. They disqualify you. They want you to straight up.
They want you to act like
boom. No questions, just boom. Why? Because of their partner safety.
It's all about officer safety.
Public safety is a farce. We just came full circle. Yes. Because
that's literally 1 question. You will get disqualified if you don't answer it.
Well, public safety is the
right
facade.
Way.
It is the veneer. Police departments don't exist to keep the community safe. They exist to extort the public and to control the public. That's the real reason we have law enforcement.
Yeah, yes. A lot of them, and I won't say all, right? I won't say all because people will argue that not all of them are, but most of them are, or it depends how they're feeling that day. You might get good experience.
And that's because I don't want to be appreciative because a cop made the choice to not kick my ass that day. I want a cop to not kick my ass because he knows that he'll be held accountable if he did.
And nobody's holding them accountable.
Not enough.
Nobody.
This movement is having an effect. But
listen, not enough people are holding them accountable. But guess what?
Right.
I am. I'm holding them accountable. Why do you think I have as many subscribers as I do? Because a lot of people wish they can do what I do, but they can't do it for whatever reason. There is
It's
a
not
reason
for
Well,
why.
for
everybody.
many reasons. Yeah,
There are
you
many
put yourself
reasons.
on the line.
Yes, it's
Many people
dangerous.
don't want to, yeah, put their family in danger.
Yes, absolutely.
They don't want to end up locked up,
Yes,
lose
and
their job.
listen, you cannot go out and do an audit if you think you're not going to get arrested. You got to always remember that if you do an audit, you cannot expect these officers to honor their oath. You can't expect that, and you cannot expect these officers to respect your rights, because they will violate them, because they have been doing it for such a long time, because nobody's holding them accountable up until recently, until technology started booming and people started getting camera phones, started recording, and now we're getting some sort of momentum, but it's still not enough. It's still
Yeah.
enough.
Not even then, right? Not even when it's documented. Sometimes the judge won't even look at it, or they'll still side with the department.
So it's just, this is why this is why we do what we do. This is why we have a community.
And
So
Commander,
that way,
when you get a chance, go to my channel and watch a little. It's my most recent upload.
Yeah, drop the link.
I did a thing. I interviewed San Joaquin
is
Valley
it
Transparency.
is it the interview? No, is it the theater?
Yeah, we did a role play. I played
All
a
right.
cop trying to
We'll
ID.
play it right now. We'll play it right now. We'll do it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do it right now. We'll do it right now. We'll do it right now.
Right now, let's go.
Yeah, this
San
is
Joaquin
something.
have you heard of his channel? He's one of the OGs.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's from Cali. He's from Cali.
Yeah, he
right?
and I have become friends, and I interviewed him on my radio station.
He doesn't go out anymore, really, right? He just like reviews
he's been
videos
going
and
out
stuff.
a lot. In fact, he's
Okay.
the reason that Border Patrol ceased operations 2 days early recently in California, because he alerted what they were doing. They were going into businesses and following people out and IDing them, arresting people who were legal citizens. They slashed the tires of a Mexican American who was a legal citizen, business owner.
Are you talking about recently with like the recent orders?
Extremely, yeah, very recently.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, government's not liking San Joaquin very much right now either.
And I was gonna say too. Look at what happened in I think it was was it a sheriff's or a prison in New York? You guys saw that story, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Where they
supposedly a lot of them are being charged right now, but
good.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because
and those nurses need to be held accountable too. But part of me think that might be a psyop, but that's another show.
No, I don't think it was a psyop. I think that shit was like,
yeah, they call themselves a beat down squad.
Bro, like I used to work in New York. I could tell you for a fact that shit was real.
I see your shirt. I read your shirt.
Yeah,
crisis actor. That's a good shirt. I like it. All right.
Anyone who's never ever consumed any First Amendment auditing content or cop watching content, I'm going to put my friend David on the spot here. We're going to do something called we'll call it 1A theater. So you're going to be an auditor. You're staying on the sidewalk with a camera, and I'm going to be a typical dumbass predatory cop who's trying to get your ID. Okay. All righty. All right. Let me get in character here.
It's gonna be
find
fun.
my sensor. See the ball, be the ball. Okay. All right. So you're out there. You're filming, and you're just minding your own business.
Right.
Hey, how's it going there today?
Not too bad. How you doing?
Yeah. So well, you got a camera here. So what are you up to there?
Oh, you know, the usual.
Oh, okay. Well, actually, it's what you're doing is not very usual, and so I'm just kind of curious as to what you're doing. Because that's actually it's not normal to see somebody out here. I mean, there's banks around here, and and there's all kinds of federal buildings here. In this day and age, and all, it just kind of stands out. So, can I ask you why you're doing it?
Well, I mean, you could ask, but in reality, I choose not to answer any questions.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I support you. I'm all about rights and everything. So, just hope you do it. Make sure you're safe. I mean, do you need anything? Can I get you anything? Do you need any further help?
No, thanks. I didn't ask for any help. And as a matter of fact, I didn't call you. But if you don't mind, would you be able to tell me, what you're out here for? Why you got called out here? Is there any reason why you're asking me questions? Have I committed
well,
any crime?
we're just trying to make sure everything's okay. Well, for the purpose of my report, I got to fill out a report. So can I get your ID so I can make sure I get everything right in my report?
No. As a matter of fact, I'd like to stay anonymous. Unless you can articulate that I've committed a crime or about to commit a crime, then you don't have RAS, which is reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime. And if you plan to take me into custody, you're going to need a single SAF. You're going to need SAF, SAF, a single articulable fact that I've actually committed a crime. So unless you have any of that,
Well, but see, I'm a police officer, and I did get a call, and so that means that I have a right to come up here and ID you, and and if you don't give me your ID, then you're disobeying a lawful order.
Well, you do have the right to ask, but I also, under the Fourth Amendment, have a right to deny.
Come on, man, just give me your ID. All right, it's my crack. I need that ID. Look, I'll suck your dick. Okay, just let me have that damn ID.
Yeah.
Give me that crack.
That's basically what's going on. That's basically how that works. All right, very good, David.
It's important that we know and understand, what to say, and what not to say. In reality, it's almost like a script that you understand. When you understand your rights, you know the questions that the cops are going to ask, so you already kind of have a rebuttal for the stuff they come out with. If you can master that art of knowing what to say, knowing what not to say, having a rebuttal for the things that they say, you're not only going to fucking take their power away from them, but you're also going to make them look silly and dumb with their tactics and their coercion and stuff like that. And there are some.
They make themselves look silly and dumb.
Right. You're all you're doing there is being able to sit there and document, or stand there and document, record exactly how they're acting. And I gotta say, man, the camera is the equalizer. Knowing the First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment rights is extremely important. Knowing all the Bill of Rights and the amendments, the Constitution, all of that is important. And it's really difficult to learn because there's a lot. But starting off with the First, Fourth, and Fifth Amendment, it is an empowerment that once you learn it, it doesn't go away. So you're able to use it, at your behest.
Oh, let's get back into character. Because one thing David always does, folks, he often asks cops what are the 5 components of the First Amendment. So let's get back into character.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I ask every cop that I encounter this one question. You can't answer it.
Yes, sir.
It's not an opinion. It's not political. But what are the 5 fundamental freedoms of the First Amendment?
I'm not going to play your game here, okay? I know what you're trying to do, and I'm not going to play your game, okay? So just let's stop this sovereign shit stuff.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna take it as you don't know it, because
no, I know what it is. I'm just not going to play your game here.
Yeah, well,
I came here trying to get your ID, and because you're making people uncomfortable, and now you want to question me on what I know about the Bill of Rights.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man: is you're sitting here trying to enforce feelings, and I'm sitting here standing on law. I'm standing here. I'm standing on liberty, and what you're trying to do is, and if you're going to threaten me with this failure to identify, you have to understand that that's a secondary charge. I will beat that in court any day, unless you have an initial crime that I've committed. I don't have to give up my ID.
There you go, folks. Yes, this was a dramatic rendering of what, but I'm telling you, this is how a lot of cop interactions go. When people are simply exercising their right to public photography on public property, people call the police on them, and a lot of these conversations go just like this.
All right, thanks for playing that.
A lot of conversations go left. I like how you picked up that heavy accent there at the end.
Well, I'm from Tennessee, so I've heard my share of twang.
Hey, and Tennessee has their fair share of corrupt officers too.
Oh yeah, the report came out how there were over 600 bogus DUI arrests when they were all completely sober. And this is supposed to be a state that loves freedom.
I have heard Tennessee allegedly has a lot of racist departments too. Is that would that be true, you think?
I feel that the racial narrative is not relevant anymore because cops have made it pretty clear that they hate all of us.
Yeah.
Victimizing the rights of black and brown people seems to have lost its cachet with police. So it's like, you know what? Here's a 72-year-old white woman with dementia. Let's go break her collarbone and then high five each other in the police station. That happened.
Yeah, there's lots of cases like that.
Yeah,
And
Black Lives Matter is, I really feel it's bullshit. Black Lives Matter, first of all, it's a psyop it's a movement that was funded by George Soros, and it's to divide and conquer. It's to have people bigger among themselves. Police kill over 1,000 Americans every year, most of them unarmed in all races. Let's look at Utah with Chase Allen. They literally plotted to kill that guy. And
when they had the, sorry, go ahead.
Well, he was as white as it gets. If he were any whiter, he'd be Swedish, and they killed him, So I just don't think that the racial component. I mean, they definitely will profile black people, but no, there's plenty of evidence showing that police target just any citizen that they don't like.
So when the all black or Black Lives Matter movement was going on, I was saying all lives matter, right? And then, there was some black people that said, no, you're wrong for that. It's Black Lives Matter and this is our time and you need to tone it down. This is our thing right now.
Itself equally racist. And it also shows the psychosis that a lot of black people are still under,
well, it's like we want, we want it for all, right? We want it for all. And where's the empathy in that? Where's the
And and the funny thing about this movement, I would say 90% of all the auditors who have the biggest problem with cops are white males.
Who have the biggest what?
I think that, isn't it interesting how the majority of auditors are white males? So that just
do you think though do you think that's for a reason because maybe they feel like
because cops victimize everybody.
But do you think though that they feel like okay, do you think it would be harder for a black person to want to become an auditor? Would they hesitate more because confronting police officers would make them feel a little bit more uncomfortable and susceptible?
No, listen, you need to remember it's blue against you. The blue is dumb. So it's blue against you, and it's always gonna be like that, no matter how nice the cop may look, smile, treat you, anything. He could be your best friend, but the moment they say, oh, she has to go under arrest, what's gonna happen? That mofo will place you under arrest.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm with you on that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, maybe they would feel a little more hesitant because they're black, and they might feel like they won't get as much benefit of the doubt as a white person.
It's up to the individual, honestly. It's up to the individual where they were raised, their culture. It's up to that individual, honestly.
And cops pick their battles. A cop pick their battles. A cop would rather go after a white male who doesn't know his rights than this black male right here who does know his rights.
So right now, look, I was kicked out of that council meeting unlawfully, right? If I was not recording and I was there, I guarantee you that would have went a whole different way. He would have arrested me immediately.
Yep.
Immediately, he would have arrested me. At one point, he even put his hand on the taser. I don't know if you were watching the live when I showed it, but he put his hand on the taser when I created distance because he wanted to stay in my personal space. And luckily, the guy Ruben kind of distracted him, and at that point, it gave me a time to pivot and get out of his line of sight and create a distance. And when I did that, that's when he put his hand on his taser because he didn't like the fact that I was out of his reach because I guess he just wanted to arrest me.
And remember, don't forget, Alden Madden pretty much complied and left. Why did the chief follow him out there?
Outside.
Out there.
And
and what I said,
kept on following him. He kept following him.
What I said in the comment is, how many times have we seen where supposedly they thought they were going for the taser, but they really went for their pew pew.
Oh my
And
God, yeah.
and under stress or whatever they're in, they grab the wrong one, whether it be purposely or on accident. But a tragedy happens.
Well, that's also part of the problem. There are a lot of gangs within law enforcement, and they have their own initiations and their ways of moving up.
You do not need to use a taser or a gun unless if you feel that your life is in danger. In danger. This motherfucker saw me with both of my hands out of my pockets because I do it on purpose. So that way they don't have a fucking reason to shoot me or tase me or any of that shit, right? But he doesn't have a body camera. So if I didn't have the camera, he could have done whatever the hell he wanted and put on his report his narrative. And that's the way it went because that's a legal document and that's all the judge cares about.
Cops lie, cameras don't.
Just like when they say stop resisting and the person's not even resisting, or you assaulted my officer.
Let go of my hands and you can see the cop's hands on the camera.
But remember, what I was trying to get at earlier is that a lot of cops, they are members of gangs and secret societies, and literally killing someone is something that a lot of these people in gangs have to do. They have to make it look like an accident. I think when the wrong address gets raided, I'm starting to believe that those aren't necessarily accidents because it happens too frequently.
Yo, I'm thinking. So I'm enjoying this that Commander joined the live stream. If do you have a time of you getting off? Because I'm thinking of going through my playlist and just doing everything 1 to 4 straight, and then once that's done, we're done with the live.
Yeah, I probably have like another 20-30 minutes.
All right. So let's get to it, and I'll skip it. I'll just go to the good parts, just to I haven't done that yet. I haven't done it consecutively, so we'll get through it. Once we're done with that, we're good for the live, and then we get off. How's that sound, guys? Sounds good.
Well, it's working on 5 a.m. for me here, so
I'll do it myself.
I've had 3 cups of coffee, so
you can. It's up to you, man. You can stay on. I'm gonna do it myself. I mean, it's up to you guys if you guys would like to stay on here.
No,
but I'm
still here for now. Go ahead.
Okay. Whenever you guys feel like you guys want to knock out, just let me know.
You say you want to go through your playlist. You mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the playlist part 1 through 4, and then once that's done, we're done with the live.
Okay.
All right. Let's get to it.
Do you always have your phone ready to go, Commander, in case confrontation or interaction with you happens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an interaction where you needed to record your interaction?
No, not as of yet.
Okay, good. That's good.
I would like to ask the mayor that if she can answer a question, because definitely all the ones I come to, she never answers anybody's questions. What is going to happen to the person or the persons that stole the people, the mountain's money when it was robbed? Do you know anything about that or what's going on?
It's a point of procedure. She can't respond. This is public comment. So
she can respond if she really wanted to.
I see. Okay.
You need to narrate to give some
context. I can get some
okay?
questions on that. That's all. I really feel really bad for you, Rachel. I really do. You said things to me when you're running for mayor, and you did do stuff, but then after that, you just didn't do
This is a
nothing.
Mapton resident who has a problem with the mayor.
Mapton, to tell you the truth.
She grew up with her.
Don't you have
Wow.
a little dignity?
Look at her, shaming her.
You
What
live
you have
here.
dignity?
Your mom lives here, your grandma lives here,
Shaming her.
everybody lives here. I mean, we grew up together here. Why are you doing this?
Damn.
Nothing is such a good town to be in, and now you don't have a police officer, and now it's scary to be here. It's just like letting people out of here. I don't know what you're doing, but you gotta change, Rachel. That's all I gotta say.
I have public comment. I'm here to comment on behalf of the city on the corruption that I've been reporting for the past year and a half now. I'm sure anyone here that lives in Madison can positively say that the mayor needs to be out of office. She needs to be in jail, and she needs a mental evaluation, because what she is doing, yeah, laugh it up, because what she is doing is very unprofessional. Look at her right now, laughing. I'm not laughing. No one here is laughing, Rachel. Okay? And I want to say that she tried to get 3 protection orders on me, all of which were denied. Okay? All of them. And then you try to get one on Maria as well, someone who's trying to help the city of Madison. How dare you? Shame on you. Okay? Shame on you. Then I know your son was involved in setting my car on fire. Okay? My car was set on fire.
Saw that?
And then the fire department came to my house. They put out the fire. I was never notified. They knocked on my door because I saw the cameras. Wouldn't somebody here like to know if their property was on fire? I had no idea until like 12 hours later when I went to go look at my car, and it was already charred. It was black. Then I find out that her son is also a part of the gang who is friends with this fat guy that tried to steal my phone. Yeah. Nah, man. What's up, man? What's up, bro? Yeah, you gonna take my phone? You gonna take my phone? You gonna take my phone, bro? All right, then do it. Then do it. Do it. Watch what's gonna happen to you. The phone's right here. He didn't steal it, but he tried to steal it, and I found out that all of that ties to you, Rachel. Okay? Yeah. Look at her laughing nervously. That's a nervous laugh, everybody. Take a good look at her, laughing. Yep. Everybody sees right through you, and you're gonna go down. Okay? You're gonna go down. That's all I gotta say. Auditing Madison, make sure you subscribe, everybody.
I follow you. I subscribe to you.
Nice. I hear you have some concerns about me.
That's the mayor's mom. What's gonna happen now? Coming up.
Previously on Auditing Madison.
The truth is that you're not fit for this job.
Take a good look at her, laughing. Yup. Everybody sees right through you.
You're just ruining Madison. Even when people are crying and pleading to have her step down, she won't do it because she don't give a shit about this city.
Hi, my name is Rachel Rulas, and I am a tyrant.
Because I have tried to talk to her, and she won't talk to me about the
I know,
good stuff.
but
that
This
she's
is a
done.
new
She
Alderman
support.
really
Madden
won't
has
talk
a
to me
strong
about the good stuff
falsetto
she's done.
voice.
I have opened up every single meeting, every single time. I
I'm
say,
gonna give
please
you
come
a
talk to me.
This is Rachel's mother.
Yes.
Yep.
I would
Let
love
me
that.
tell
And
you one
you
thing.
have
Also
my
on the
number.
city
This
council,
gentleman here,
and that's the local
I don't know,
TV news
he's,
reporter talking to her.
everybody's grandson, or what is he? You know, they're supposed to pass out water. I've been here over 50 years. I'm 72 years old. They told my mom, oh, yeah, don't go and get water because they're going to take you. They never brought me water. The last time I asked Maria too.
Yeah, I was here when you were asking Maria about it, and she gave you the number and told you to
And
call.
I said to somebody, they go, well, we don't have any more water.
Okay, well, I will ask Maria about.
What's this about water?
What's going on here is that is the mayor's mother, who's also on city council, who's telling Emily Goodall, who's with Apple Valley TV News, that auditing Madden is like this crazy unhinged guy. And she's saying this, not realizing that auditing Madden is right there recording this. And so in a second, he's going to confront her. Are you still there, Chris?
She was saying like that they're too scared to go get water because of him.
Oh, they're feigning fear. Yeah, they love to play the victim.
She didn't know I was there because I have the light on my phone on, and you know when you have the light on and when it's dark, when you have the light in your face, can't really tell what's behind the light. So that's what happened.
After that, this is I don't care if they don't want to give me water. They shouldn't tell my mom, you know what, tell Diana not to come. We're gonna take her water right now. We have it. So I'm there waiting. So I told my boyfriend, because he's 75. I said, go and get some water at least for you. I don't care about food. He said, I'm gonna go. He said, they didn't have any more. But these are the kind of things. And then we invite them. When we had that senior thing, we invited them all to come. Did they come? No. We've asked the council members to come and help us. Do they want to help? No, they don't want to get involved. So what does that do to the city? Tell me. That just makes us
So she's like complaining to Emily right now that she and her daughter, the mayor, have invited people to the functions that they do. You know, those like, I guess, neighborhood parties that they do in the street, those gatherings. So
community events.
Yeah, community events. So she's complaining that they've done community events and that nobody comes, and that how are things supposed to get better, but nobody comes. But the reason is because nobody likes them. Nobody, you know, they don't have any transparency. So nobody, that's why they're not getting support from the community, because they're not being transparent with what they're doing with pretty much almost anything at City Hall.
I think it's pretty petty of her to complain about water when there's thousands or tons of money missing and no transparency, but you're complaining about some water, and it's not right.
The water here is like Flint, Michigan. It stinks. The water here stinks like rotten eggs. That's how bad.
Okay, so people use water bottles, like bottled water.
Yeah, so they're talking about, like, you know, community stuff that they do, give out water bottles and stuff and whatnot. So right now she's talking about that, but right now in a couple of seconds she's about to get into talking about me, and you'll hear it. Just pay attention.
Together. The problem is, like the very first time that I ever talked to Rachel, like I wasn't making any accusations. It was the bare minimum, just beginning my reporting, and I was just asking her. I said, hey, I heard this thing, and the minute that I said anything about it, she hung up on me.
It's like that accusation that they made about my dad. He's not a gangbanger. He's never been in gangs. He works really hard. But that he had gone, that Chris, whatever, that he accused my grandson bringing his.
Because she said, I don't like what he said, that my grandson is a part of a gang. You know, my grandson works very hard. You know, he has a good job, as if gang members don't have good jobs. Like, the fuck?
Facts.
Stupid. But that's her mentality. So that shows you where her mind is at.
Well, she's a mama, so she's gonna back up her
of
kids
course.
and grandkids and stuff.
She should have never been. It's crazy how is the mom in a council member, and then the daughter's a mayor, and then like her friends are also employees and family. Like that. This is like a whole family business here that they're doing.
That gentleman has an issue, a big issue. I know a lot of things that he does. One time I was at the restaurant too, and he was telling me a bunch of garbage, even to my daughter. He doesn't even know my daughter. My daughter had been here visiting from Oregon, and we were having dinner there. And these are the kind of things. There's a lot of things you don't know in that relative. But you know what? I'm going to write them all down.
No, I would appreciate that because here's the thing. And I will tell you from the bottom of my heart, the reason why I got into reporting, the reason why I do the work that I do is to help people. And I hate the worst thing for me is I hate having a story where because one side won't talk to me, that it can have the appearance of being unbalanced. But if you look back at the coverage that I did about all the stuff, like the coverage of the restraining order, I reported on the restraining order against Ruben. I reported the fact that the mayor was successful in obtaining that restraining order against him for the things that happened at the restaurant. So I try extremely hard. I've had
my daughter going by his house. She didn't even know where he lives. So why does he accuse her of that? These are things that make me really mad. I mean, I have things to get mad at. I just go.
I completely understand your frustrations, and I would love to talk to him. I really would, and I've tried so hard, but she doesn't want to. And I can't, that's the problem, is that I can't tell someone's story if they won't talk to me.
And I didn't like what I heard today, what they were saying about my dad, because he's never been in a gang. He doesn't do this. And that kid, I don't know why he says that. I know he has a problem. I know he does, because he takes the camera and he takes pictures of the girls. He does so many things, And I used to get mad. Why can't the officers do anything? That he stands, the girls were even afraid. One of them had to go because she was from him. And I don't blame her. They even asked my wife, saying, you haven't come and walk us out of the office because we're afraid of him or he's going to be back here. Whatever. Well, I would too. I would be afraid. You know, you put yourself in their situation. I've been there before because I used to be 20. I have a lot of things happen to me.
So have we got to the part where you follow her to her?
I know what they do.
Yeah, I got time.
I thought I heard her telling the reporter that the reporter should be
I'm actually
afraid
Chris.
too.
I'm from Auditing Matson. I hear you have some.
She's like, oh no.
I'm sorry, I was talking and I had myself on mute. Yeah, so you were saying something? I'm sorry, because I paused it real quick.
I thought I heard her telling the reporter that the reporter should be afraid too. That she's got herself into this. I thought that's what I heard her like inferring.
See what they do? They're trying to get the whole town against him.
Yeah, but what I didn't hear what she said. What she said?
Who, me or the mom?
What did you say that she said?
I think I heard her inferring to the reporter that she should be afraid too.
Oh
that she should, and that she's gotten herself into this.
What
you know, because the reporter's saying I've got myself in this to help and stuff like that, and she wants to get all sides of the story. But if they're not talking to her, she can't report on their side of the story.
Correct.
Correct. I thought I heard her inferring that.
Yes, that's what she's saying. Yes, that's what she's saying. Correct. So right now, she didn't know I was there, and then this is when I tell her, "Hey, this is me."
I know what they do. I know what they do. No, I will try to do that. Okay.
Hey, if I may, I'm actually Chris. I'm from Auditing Matson.
Oh,
I hear you have some concerns about me, and you said that I was crazy or something like that. Is there any kind of comment you would like to say, since I already have you on video talking about this? Consul?
Oh my God.
Yeah, do you have anything to say about this, Consul? I heard you say a lot of stuff about me that was not true. Now is the time to clarify it. You can ask me any question you want. We could, clarify it. You can email me. Your grandson is a part of a gang. I heard from several people that he is gang banging, and he is the one that, let's get the license plate real quick. I did. And I got the VIN. So please, next time, be professional. If you have any questions, just email me and I'll answer the questions as best as I can. Hi, Maria. do you have any comment as to where you think this is going and how
it's going to recall.
Yes,
It's
recall.
as simple as that. It's going to recall. She will be recalled hopefully in November.
And I think this is when
And
he's
what do you
about
have to say
talk
about
to the new
her
chief
saying
who's
that
just
she
hired.
is going to run again on the next election?
We're going to do everything we can to make sure that that doesn't happen. That she does. If she can run as many times as she wants, but we're going to make sure that we canvass the area in support of emerging leaders and candidates that actually give a shit about the city.
Absolutely.
And aren't using a position to fleece the city.
Yes. What do you think about Juliana still getting paid on the payroll?
Oh, Juliana?
Yes, Yuli. Yes. Is she still on the payroll? I was listening earlier. I think I heard that she is on the payroll. Is that correct?
Yeah, she is on paid leave.
Yeah, she is on paid leave. Do you know anything else about that? Has the mayor commented? Anyone in the community commented? Is there any status on the investigation currently with that?
Oh, I have absolutely no idea. Only that it's an ongoing investigation.
And do you know who is in charge of that investigation?
No, that's a good question.
Okay, maybe we could do a public record.
That's a good question.
Yes, and I don't know if you're aware, there is a lawsuit between Matin and myself for public records request violations. If anyone here in the community is not getting their public records responded to, they can reach out to me. I have an attorney that will love to help you guys because they already made a that
person is actually going.
and just told me that they saw the mayor walk in the front, so I decided to double time. Hey, Mayor, do you have any questions or any comments, concerns on what's been going on regarding the city? Mayor? Do you have any comments about the protection orders that were all denied, Mayor? Or the protection order you got on Maria, Mayor? That was denied?
That's the chief. That's the new chief.
Back the Jersey Shore era of his hair. Yeah.
Somebody said he looked like.
Hi, were you hired? I just heard that. Were you recently hired here?
Yes.
May I have your name and your position?
My name's Steve Arias, and I'm the interim public safety director.
Public safety director. Awesome. And so when was the hire date?
Today.
Oh, nice. Okay, all right. So you're already done for today, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
All right. So nice to meet you. My name is Chris. I do media. I'm just exercising my First Amendment right to film.
Absolutely.
And just document for the city because, as you know, I'm sure you're aware, there's a lot of things going on here, and the citizens are just they're concerned,
right,
and they just want what's best. That's all. I'm just here just for that, for transparency, because the transparency here, it's not the greatest, but we're hoping for better.
We'll always have transparency for me, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Now we know that was
and that's
bullshit.
it, folks. Stay tuned for part 3.
That's first day on the job.
Yeah.
Shaking hands first day on the job didn't last very long. Damn.
This is what they did. The mayor's goons.
That is wild. And that happened at night. Your house could have caught on fire.
Overnight, yeah.
The whole neighborhood.
Luckily, the car wasn't parked right next to my house was on fire. It was a good distance away. Yeah.
How's the fire department there?
I mean, put out the fire. It took like an hour to come. My car was already split. The car was already on fire for like
This is body cam of a cop going to his house.
Fire clear to go in.
Can you jump ahead a little bit, Chris?
Can you go again with that traffic? Is fire clear to go in?
You said something?
Well, I say, yeah, just jump ahead a little bit to.
Okay, to the part where we meet up with the cops.
Yeah.
Okay.
This footage needs to go viral.
For real.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, he came out and went over here somewhere. The guy I was talking to? I literally watched a guy walk out the front and go over here. He's right over there talking to the guy we were talking to. Oh, all right. I'll be yeah, it's mine. So it's going better than you. How's that? Okay.
Do you have a picture of your car or a license plate of it?
Of this one here?
Yeah.
I do have a picture of it. Yeah.
Do you have a picture of the license plate as well?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, is it registered to you?
Yeah.
Do you have your ID on you by chance?
I'm not gonna give you my ID.
And here's where they get mad because he won't ID.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, unless you suspect me of committing a crime.
Unless you suspect me of committing a crime. All right. Yeah, one of those.
No. That's not very nice, Mr. Public Servant. That's not very nice. What do you mean by that? Not one of those.
Okay, what's the license plate here? Well, then how am I supposed to find out?
Why is he so angry?
What's your name and badge number? What's that? What's your name and badge number? Right, anything. Hey, man. Is he always like this?
Oh, well, this is nothing new. I'll be really amazed at it.
Hold on.
So this is his neighbor stabbing him in the back.
Yeah. This is my neighbor, Jose Palencia. Yo. So I want to understand this. Maybe you guys can help me. He said, he said, does he always do this? What does he mean by that? Does he always do what?
I heard him say, is he always like this?
Yeah.
Like how? Like how? I don't understand. How am I?
Not
Like
completely obedient to law enforcement requests.
What they would call difficult.
Yes. And you're going to hear them. You're going to hear another cop say, because they're going to say that county needs to handle this, and you're going to hear a cop say, county's going to have their hands full with this guy.
Yeah, because I don't want to give him my ID, which is our right. If I don't want to give it, why is he so upset?
Or they might call it aggressive. Difficult, aggressive.
Yeah. Combative, violent. All of those.
I'll be really amazed if you guys aren't arrested. Happens all the time. That's the reason why National PD or sort of fifth.
This guy's talking out of his ass. That's the reason Mapton PD should never show up. At this time, they just fired the last police officer, so there was no cops in Mapton. That's why they never showed up. So he doesn't even know what he's saying right now.
Go ahead and clear.
I'll be amazed.
Yeah, we're gonna step out of here. We'll let fire do their job. It's his car. I mean,
all you're trying to do is be a help, man.
Yeah, we're just trying to help. We're not gonna.
Bro. Hold on. Look how stupid. Look how stupid this sounds. We're just trying to help. I mean, bro, if I told you, listen, if I'm telling you I don't want to give my ID, right? All right, sir, not a problem. See you later, right? But why do they have to make it a back and forth power tripping thing? And then they get pissed off when I don't hand it over. And then they ask the neighbor, oh, is he always like this? The fuck? Always like what? Always exercising my rights? The hell? It's all of our right. If we decide not to ID, that's well within our rights. That's the Fourth Amendment.
And your idea is not going to tell the cops who did it.
It's not. My ID isn't going to tell them who did the crime. And I don't want to give it to him. So he doesn't need my ID. He can ask me who I am. The fuck?
So, I know you already checked your cameras, but did you get any cars coming into the area?
I don't know right now.
Well, then how am I supposed to find?
And Commander, his neighbor did tell the cops that he saw a suspicious car turn his lights off and leave right after.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to give me any information, so we'll leave it to county.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, unless you suspect me of committing a crime.
No, I want to have you as a victim.
Yeah, nah.
All right, so you don't want to be a victim of this?
I mean, I am the victim. I just don't want to give my ID.
Because you're not giving me any information of who you are.
I mean, I'm the owner of the vehicle.
Okay, what's the license plate of the vehicle?
I don't know right now.
Well, then how am I supposed to find out if you're not going to give me your name?
All right, these guys
Ooh, attitude.
Huh?
He's got attitude already.
He's already upset. He's pissed off because he's not getting his way, and I'm not letting him dictate how to run the scene, because he already has in his head how the routine goes. And usually people just give the ID, and it makes it easier for them to do the report. So now he needs to figure out how he's going to do this report without my ID. But these people already had my information in the system. For some reason, they just wanted my ID. They wanted it. They wanted me to forfeit and hand them over my personal ID. I don't feel comfortable doing that. It's like me giving my phone number or me giving my house address, whatever, or anything. Like at that moment, I just didn't want to do it. You know, I just felt that way, and it's well within my right. That's it.
They probably asked the neighbor, like, what's his name?
Huh?
They probably asked your neighbor to identify you.
Yeah. He told them who I was. And when they showed up, I didn't show it in the video, but I'm gonna make another video with the edits cut out. Just I'm gonna put that in my membership. It's going to say that in the video they're like, yeah, this is Chris. They mentioned my name and they tell the cops that I'm an officer safety risk.
And this is still an ongoing investigation, right? So
nobody has confirmed or denied it.
Okay.
So I'm assuming nobody is doing anything about it.
He's going to be following up on that, though. So
I'm going to be following up on it. So just stay tuned for that because that's still ongoing.
Okay.
What's your name and batch number?
What's that?
What's your name and batch number?
I don't have to provide anything.
You see that? I don't.
Wait, what?
You see that? I don't have to provide anything. What? Right? And this girl right here, this is a rookie. This girl right here is a rookie, right? And look, he's
next to him
training her. He's her field training officer. And look at how he's behaving in front of his trainee. You think that's appropriate? The way that he's speaking to me, a member of the public?
Yeah, she's learning that she can do the same thing.
Exactly. And you will see how behavior is contagious because she sees that he's being snarky. Watch her start being snarky. Look at this.
Out of courtesy, I will.
Do you have a business card?
Of course I do.
Thank you.
But my question is, why don't you want to be a victim of this?
You see how at first he was being a dick, and then he realized, okay, let me bring it down a notch. Now he's like, of course I can. And now he's trying to watch himself because his inner tyrant was showing. So he's trying to hide it.
He said, of course he can, but then he follows it with a but.
Yeah, exactly.
Coming out with a business card.
Exactly. So listen to this.
I mean, I am a victim, but I don't need to give you my ID.
Then how am I supposed to find any information about the vehicle?
I mean, my name's Chris.
Perfect. That's one step closer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many Chris's live in this valley?
I have no idea.
How many Chris's live in this?
asking me a rhetorical question, asking rhetorical questions. What do you think about that?
Did he even ask you, did you see anything? Do you have a description of a vehicle? Did you hear a noise? He didn't ask anything like that. He just wanted to know who the hell you were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not one time did he ask you anything about who the perpetrator was.
Mm-hmm.
Not one time.
A lot.
You want me to find that vehicle attached to somebody named Chris and magically find a license plate?
Look at how he's talking to me. Do you hear the tone of his voice? Is it just me, or is he talking to me some type of way?
Because ID is cop crack.
That's right.
He's acting like he's pissed off, right? Or is it just me thinking that? Is it in my head,
Well,
or is it?
now that you've refused to identify, now he's fixated on that part.
Yes. Okay. Right.
So I can add it as destroyed, so that way you can get it on your homeowner's insurance or on your vehicle insurance.
I personally think that there's an off-the-record incentive for cops. There's an incentive.
He wants to run me for warrants, bro. They know who I am. He's fiending to run me for warrants or mistakenly arrest me for someone else. Like, I'm telling you, there's a reason why he wants my ID, and I'm not letting them have their way. Believe me, I'm not.
I think they automatically think that someone not wanting to give up their ID is hiding something.
Well, that's why I asked him, do you suspect me of committing a crime? And he said no. Okay, then what's the problem? I mean, if I don't want to give it, then that's my problem, not yours. Why you care so much to be such a good Samaritan, but then you're being a dick at the same time?
Well, and he's bringing up insurance, but I mean, that's something that you have to do is call your insurance, not him.
That's my business. Whether I want to do a report or not for insurance purposes or whatever. Listen, if I want to do it with you, I'll do it with you. If I don't want to do it with you, that's my business. You don't got to know the reasons behind it. I don't want to do it with you. So he needs to respect that and just back off. That's it. That's all he had to do, and all of this would have been avoided, and the situation wouldn't have escalated the way it did. But keep watching because it gets better.
You don't need to give me anything. I'll let County come and deal with it. I was trying to be nice.
Not a problem. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Can I get your business card too?
Here you go. Enjoy. What the fuck? What was that for? Enjoy? Me asking for a business card and then him saying enjoy? What's the point of that? Is he upset that he had to reveal his identity? I mean, I don't get it.
You already got one.
I want to get everybody's.
I gave you one. If you have an issue,
what's your policy? If I ask for a card, I could get a card.
If I have an issue, I have no issue. He's creating the issue right now as we speak by not identifying. So now that's becoming an issue. So
only they can document. You can't document. Only they can.
Exactly. You know why I want everybody's card and all and everything? For accountability purposes. So that way when I pull the reports, I know who's involved, I know who to look up. I know if I'll look up if they have a criminal history, I'll look up if they have any disciplinary record. Believe me, I audit them. I look up everything in their files. I pull it up on public records, everything you can think of, I do it. And they don't like that. And they know that I do that, so that's why he was pissed off that I did that to him.
That's why he said enjoy.
Yeah, that's why he said enjoy, being a smart ass. And now after he gave it to me, I'm asking now for his partner's information, and now he's being very defensive, not wanting to give out that information. Look at how defensive he gets once I ask for his partner's name and badge or business card. Listen to this. Sorry, fuck.
A lot. My name's Chris.
All right.
I did not hear you.
All right, thank you. Now, what before? Okay, thank you for that. I mean, like, whatever happened to
or on your vehicle insurance.
I just don't want to give my.
You don't need to give me.
Yeah.
I'll let county come and deal with it. I
All
was
right.
trying to be nice.
Not a problem. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Can I get your business card too?
You already got one.
I want to get everybody's.
You don't. I gave you one.
See that? I want. What's your policy? If I ask for a card, I could get a card.
Yes, and you got one.
Okay. Why are you getting so close to me?
What do I have to be close to?
I mean,
because I don't like yelling.
Can we get like 6 feet distance, please?
I can't touch you. Don't worry. It's fine.
I mean, like, whatever happened to professionalism, man?
This is
Like,
being professional.
I asked for a card, you told me I can't have it.
She doesn't have one.
How do you know that?
Because she's a new hire.
Let me guess. He doesn't have one either.
Look, he's looking at me.
Okay.
He saw me. He
She's a
heard
new
me.
hire.
What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? Gonzalez. What's the number? So I can't hear. I'm a little hard of hearing.
That's exactly why Officer was getting closer, so we put it in.
No, but he's loud.
Oh
You're soft. I gotta hear you.
Officer Gonzalez.
You saw that? You saw that? That's you see. Why can't she just tell me her name and badge? Why does she need to give me the commentary? This is exactly why Officer protecting her daddy, pretty much, Papa Bear. This is exactly why Papa Bear did what he did because you weren't complying. In other words,
yes.
Sam 34.
Staff 34.
Sam 34.
Sam 34. Okay, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Thank you.
So county's gonna come and possibly contact and name Chris.
Okay.
All right.
and watch this. This cop is gonna pretend that he's deaf, that he can't hear me. This next cop that I asked to identify himself, he's gonna pretend like he doesn't hear me, and he looks back and side eyes me, and he sees me following him.
Can I get your business card? Hey, can I get your business card?
Look at it.
Hey,
looks.
You with the cap? Can I get your business card? You hear me talking to you, right? Can I get your business card, please?
Walking towards me. See that?
Thank you.
Trying to intimidate.
All right, thank you.
You saw that,
Watch
right?
this pig act out.
All right, cool.
You hear me talking to you?
I did not hear you. So what are you saying?
Can I get your business card, please?
Yes,
Please.
you can get my business card, but I got to go to my car and get it.
All right, thank you.
All right, I know you guys couldn't hear too good on the audio on his body camera, but you guys did hear me calling out for him, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So that means you guys heard him because the audio is definitely lower than in person. But if his audio caught it, that means his ears got it too. Definitely. So he heard me. He was just acting dumb on purpose.
Jesus. Sam 22, Sunnyside. Do you want to let county know they're going to have their hands full with this victim? 2213. We're clearing. He's just demanding business cards.
Now, I don't know about you, but I wasn't demanding anything. I was asking. But even if I wanted to demand, so what? You still.
All right, hold on real quick. So, Commander, was I demanding? I said please at the end. I mean, yeah, I was stern.
Well, when you had to yell, yeah, but he was basically avoiding you. You
Yeah,
could tell he was
avoiding.
trying to walk away. He was trying to get away.
Trying to act stupid on purpose.
So you had no choice but to speak up louder.
Exactly.
Poor Dirt Farmers in the chat. I've seen
Hey,
this
Poor
name
Dirt
on a lot of
Farmer.
other channels. Hello.
Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. We're gonna continue playing the playlist. Watch the playlist
Hey,
later.
what's up, PDF?
What's up? What's up?
Still need to identify yourself.
Now listen to what his sergeant has to say.
Okay, you don't have to give him one.
Did you hear that? You don't have to give him one. What the? Yo. This is crazy. But hey, now it's time for
Who
the
said that?
exposure.
Me.
Let's
Oh, that was his
expose this
sergeant that said
tyrant.
that to him.
Somebody said that on the radio to him?
Yeah, sergeant. Sergeant. That's him when he was a kid. So that was part 3, and then part 4 is just a recap. I'm not going to go to part 4
on Auditing Mapton
because
that.
it's pretty much a recap of this. Oh no, you know what? I have to. It's only 4 minutes. Let me just do it real quick.
Thank you. Can I get your business card too?
Got one.
Nah, I want to get everybody's. Why are you getting so close to me?
What about I have to be
6 feet distance, please?
I can't touch you. Don't worry. You're fine.
I mean, like, whatever happened to professionalism, man?
This is
Like,
being professional.
I asked for her card and you're telling me I can't have it? What's your name and badge number? Gonzalez. What's the number? I'm sorry, I can't hear. I'm a little hard of hearing.
That's exactly why Officer Perez getting closer, so we put it so.
Can I get your business card?
Look at him. Look at this. What do you think about these clowns?
Can I get your
Look at
business
this.
card? Hey, you with the cap, can I get your business card? You hear me talking to you, right?
I follow you. I subscribe to you.
Nice. I hear you have some concerns about me. Is there any comments, concerns?
And he doesn't want to give me anything. We'll leave it in the county.
Can I get your business card? Hey, can I get your business card? Hey, you with the cap, can I get your business card? You hear me talking to you, right?
So what are you saying?
Can I get your business card, please? Please, thank you.
I gotta go to my car and get it.
All right, thank you. Jeez. You hear me talking to you?
I did not hear you. So what are you saying?
Can I get your business card, please?
Yes,
Please.
you can get my business card, but I gotta go to my car and get it.
All right, thank you. Jesus. All right, thank you. Holy God.
Can you report traffic?
Jesus. We're out. Take a deal, Ken.
Sam 22, 25.
22.
You want to let county know they're going to have their hands full with the victim.
At least they acknowledge you as a victim.
A lot of people showed up, huh?
Yeah, he's popular amongst law enforcement.
If you guys aren't locating evidence and they're not being cooperative, clear.
You hear that?
3, 4, 5.
What's wrong with these cops?
Now he says
Asking
that my
for a
driveway
business
is
card
public
and
property. My
ignoring me as
driveway.
I'm talking to them. Hey, officer.
Look at this.
I want you off my property, please, officer. Please, get off my property.
This part is actually.
This is my property right here. Get off my property right now.
Damn, it's so good.
All right? Very professional. Ignoring me as I'm telling you to get off, okay? Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. And I'm still waiting on the other guy's business card. Let's see if he gives it to me. Yo, can you believe that cop said that shit is not my property? Yo, this motherfucker said that shit is not my...
That was pretty much it. So that's that video. So
Okay. All right.
that concludes our segment for tonight.
Commander Alpha Turkey, it has been a pleasure having you join us. And we hope you
It definitely was. This was definitely a treat for us, a treat for the viewers, something new. We encourage more people in the chat room to come on the panel and express their opinions, of course. Before we do go live, though, I do have to see who's behind the camera. Today, I let Commander do it. I just took a chance, but from now on, I have to see who's, who you are behind the scenes to make sure that you are legit. And then if you want to go incognito and not show yourself to the public, that's okay. We can do that as well. As you see, Commander, she is incognito, which is fine. There's no problem with that. And you can remain anonymous. And ladies and gentlemen, that is
Thank you guys. This was good. All right, take it easy.
And we're going to be doing more.
Chat.
All right, stay tuned. All right, good night. Bye. All right, people, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And make sure if you like what you see, join my members VIP, where you will see exclusive content only here on Auditing Mapton for $199 only. You won't regret
And
it.
if I may just say one thing, most of the people that you see in TV news, especially they're supposed to be like ordinary people or eyewitnesses, this is what they actually are.
Crisis actors.
Just remember that.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
that in mind.
All right, everybody. Godspeed. Later, Poor Dirt Farmer. Later, Tyrant Slayer. Later, everybody. Good night and good morning. All right. To the next one.